Welcome to the Astro Love podcast. I'm Angel Love.
And I'm Astro Queen.
And welcome everyone. It's so great to be here today. How are you, Astro Queen?
I'm good. I'm happy that it's episode 22.
Yeah.
Love seeing those numbers. We're doing good, girl. I'm good. How are you?
I'm really good. It's good to be here. Good to be back doing our podcast, what we love to do.
Yes.
Astrology.
Yes.
So, let's get into it. We're a bit late with this one actually. We've had a few
Better be a bit of a break.
Yeah, kind of had a little break. Things didn't work out to kind of record. So, we're gonna but still you can get some goodies from here. So quickly I'll just dive in. The 9th of March, Mercury entered Aries. Just a little recap. This happened, but just go into that. From that we can see the energy of Mercury has it feels different from the gentle flow of Pisces. So it was in Pisces, now coming into Aries. So there's more of a direct feel. We'll see more of a direct approach to communication, less mincing of words, and more of a straight to the point approach. Why are you laughing?
I like the way you said that.
Lots of ideas and excitement and a readiness to take action and a confidence to speak your mind. I'm not saying that Pisces doesn't have that, but I think Aries has that more direct approach. Like,
hell yeah.
I'm feeling like this right now.
Yeah.
Whereas Pisces might be like, may tell you a couple of days later or something.
Yeah. It might not say nothing actually.
Or may not say nothing. Aries is just like, they either tell you or it comes out.
One way or another.
That's a bomb and you're like... So yeah.
It needs that release.
Yeah. We had the Pisces new moon. That was on the 10th. So that's gone. So hopefully everyone was able to plant new seeds and do something great for the Pisces new moon. We also had Ramadan start on the 10th of March. So it's 10th of March to the 9th of April, which was so happy Ramadan.
Yeah, happy Ramadan.
Still fasting. But so we had that. And then on the 11th, Venus entered Pisces.
Yeah.
March, and it'll be there till the 5th of April. So Venus loves it in Pisces. Very romantic, poetic, dreamy, intuitive. This is a placement where Venus gets to express herself without any boundaries. So there's that flowy feel, going to the extreme, daydreaming, that kind of, going out there kind of thing, the dreaming. A time to let the inner goddess out as well. It's allow the feminine side of you to breathe, as we're in a masculine world. And when I say this to men as well. So it's not just like the feminine energy, it's men. You've got feminine energy. They may not want to express it like women do, but you've got that too. And and the energy needs to be expressed, and you may feel love. You may feel that you'll fall in love in this time. It may be a time when you fall in love at first sight.
I think
Venus, like, you might see someone go, but you may overlook flaws. So be careful, as when the Venus switches signs in the next 23 days, the illusion may disappear.
That's so true. But I think, with Saturn being in Pisces, he will help hone some of that energy and make it so that the fantasies are a bit more grounded. And maybe Venus isn't going to be able to express herself as lovingly as she would like, because Saturn will then, he brings in like a coldness. He'll bring in a bit of a coldness and a bit of hardship in the Venus's expression, I think.
Yeah, I think maybe, it may be a more structured Venus. So they're going to weigh things up a little bit, or maybe have pointers like, I want this in a man, kind of thing, and see. But still, yeah. we'll have to wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
But that's Venus entered Pisces on the 11th, and let's move on. We had St. Patrick's Day on the 17th. So this this March was a very kind of like religious, symbolic,
dynamic. Yeah. True.
The shadow phase from the Mercury retrogrades began on the 18th, 19th of March. And then on the 19th of March, it was Aries, summer into Aries.
Mm-hmm.
So happy solar return to all Aries.
Yeah, happy birthday, guys.
Yeah. So the Aries brings in, it's a time for initiation, for change, reflection. The retrograde period is a time for initiation, for change, reflection, reassign, relate to ourselves and others, healing, self during this transit. So, and you could do something like taking up boxing, because it's actually, the retrograde started in Aries, so that could be something good. There's the 19th, Sun is Aries. What is this Aries energy about, you may ask, and what can I look forward to?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have left that watery love and harmonic, poetic, mystic energy of Pisces. We have rejuvenated ourselves with self-care, hopefully, when we was in that Pisces season, and we are reborn from the healing waters of Pisces, full of energy to go bang directly into Aries season. So Aries, the fire starter of the zodiac. So this is a time we will now begin to feel more enthusiastic, energized, fully charged, excited to take action and start something new with a strong positive outlook on life. So it's all about the self. How we may feel like taking a risk. The warrior in you may come out. Aries is ruled by Mars.
Yeah.
So it's a good time to heal. Good time to head to the gym, I should say, and work on your body.
Yes.
So, giving you that strength that your body needs. During this transit, crystals you can use crystals like red jasper, carnelian, bloodstone, fire agate, apache tear. So the direct nature of Aries, you may not always think before you speak. So wearing red jasper can help with that. So if you find that you are very direct, or you don't take time to think before you speak, try wear a piece of red jasper, put it on a necklace or something. Make sure it touches the skin, and see if that works for you. Amethyst is healing. So Aries is associated with the head, and you may be prone to headaches. So hold the crystal to your forehead for about 20 minutes, and it should soothe the pain for stronger headaches.
Amethyst, yeah?
Yeah, amethyst. And for stronger headaches, you could add clear quartz, because that amplifies the energy of any crystal. So for grounding during this period, you can use Apache tear. And the birthstones for Aries is ruby and diamond.
Diamond?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, because diamond's for Aries as well. Because it goes through, because you got the March babies and you got the April babies.
Oh, yeah. I thought just Venus.
Yeah. And then, and then on the 21st, we had the spring equinox. So that was marking the point where the sun crosses the equator's path and becomes positioned exactly above the equator between the north and southern hemisphere. So during the equinox, day and night will be around the same length, which is evident in the words of evident in the word equinox. So Latin equi is meaning equal and nox meaning night. So the spring equinox marks the beginning of spring, and from this day forward the day is longer than the night. Similarly to the autumn equinox marks the start of the autumn, as the night becomes longer than the day. So this is a time where people say, let me start spring cleaning.
Yeah.
Ushering out the old, letting room for the new energy to come. So so I guess that's where that term comes from. Planting new seeds, You start to see blossoms, baby lambs are born. So it's definitely energy of newness. And I guess March was like the original first day of the year. So until, I think, what have we got? We've got the Julian, we're in the Julian calendar. Maybe it's the Gregorian, I can't remember which calendar it was. But yeah, so March was actually the beginning of the year.
Okay.
So the 22nd, Mars entered Pisces. So strong drive for spiritual pursuits. Please listen to our podcast on Aries and Mars, so you get more insight into that. And on the 24th, which is today, Moon enters Libra.
Yeah, I like the moon in Libra.
And then we have the full moon lunar eclipse tomorrow, so that's the 25th. So, and it's at 4:53 a.m. So, I don't know. It says Europe. We can see it in Europe. Who knows? I'm going to have a look.
Oh, we can see it in Japan, the eastern half of Australia, North and South America, Western Africa, and Western Europe. So we might be able to see it, actually.
Maybe. So I'm going to try and have a look. Hopefully I'll go to bed really early so I can wake up at 4:53.
Yeah.
And see if I can see anything. Because you do see the moon during the day.
Yeah.
Now, so we may be able to see something.
Which is a bad omen, by the way.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It's when what is that? That's the sun. Yeah, it's kind of like, actually, we're talking about war.
Yeah.
That's a war. Like, why are you coming out of my time? This is my time, the sun's saying, and the moon's saying, no, I want to shine right now.
Yeah, that's okay. You have to listen to our previous podcast where we talk about Mars and Aries and all of that war stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely a sign of war there. The sun saying, go away.
Go, like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, the full moon is it's known as the Paschal moon, and that's to do with the Passover and Easter.
Okay.
So Easter is the first Sunday after the full moon. So the full moon is Monday, so then the following Sunday is Easter. We'll have Good Friday first, Easter Sunday, and then Easter Monday. And the full moons is about something coming to light, something being seen. So I guess if you planted something six months ago in where we go, if you planted your seeds, and something would have come to fruition around this time.
Yeah, I think because it's a full moon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lunar eclipse. Usually full moons they come with a lot of like power, but the eclipse will just further intensify the manifestations of that.
Definitely, and I guess the eclipse is also, in ancient times they would have killed a few people.
This eclipse worries me, Yeah. I think the fact that it's going across like America and Western Europe, I don't know, with the wars going on, I don't know, it worries me a little bit. But there's definitely going to be some attention around, fairness and balance in partnerships and relationships. And the imbalances and injustices will probably come up in order to later on strive for greater harmony and equality. So I'm hoping that sometimes things need to get worse before they get better, but hopefully we can eventually come to some form of harmony with this lunar eclipse. But it's going to definitely show where there's some imbalances. Yeah. And where we need to foster growth and transformation with the way we interact with one another. So on a personal level, it's going to be about relationships, but on a mundane country level, it's also going to be about relationships.
Definitely, yeah. It's the first eclipse for 2024.
Yeah.
There is definitely something in the air around partnerships, the Libra energy to create balance, partnerships, love, beauty, money, law. So relationships may change, underlying issues may come up to the surface. You may boundaries may change too. So in that, just to say, on the 8th of April is so this will be the lunar eclipse. The 8th of April, bringing the solar eclipse. The 31st is Easter. So and Easter is you know, let's be real with it. It's kind of like a pagan holiday that the religions just jumped on and put their own thing on.
And then capitalized off it.
We got to be real. It was originally a different holiday, and then, you know, they wanted everyone to come into Christianity, and they put their holiday on top of the original meaning of Easter, and that's fine. But let's just be honest about how it, you know, it started. And it's the feast day of Easter was first a pagan holiday of renewal and rebirth, which makes sense because it's March, and it's honoured in the early spring. Honoured in the early spring, and it praises the pagan goddess of fertility, and known as Ostara, Easter, or Eastery. So it's just a different way of spelling it. And the word Easter finds its etymology from the goddess's name. And Easter is variously depicted by scholars as a fertility goddess and a goddess of dawn and light. So the dawn connection could explain a link between Easter and the word east, which makes sense. So at the start of spring and the fall, the equinoxes, the sun rises due east and sets due west. And I thought about, Muslim religion, they pray to the east. So there's still a connection with Christian Catholic and Muslim religion. There's similarities there. There's a lot of similarities. And for Easter, you fast for 40 days, which is called Lent. And this starts on Ash Wednesday. So, and this is because there are 40 days between Jesus' resurrection and his ascension to heaven. So it always happens on a Thursday, which is Jupiter's day, Zeus. Yeah. So it's going to happen on the 9th of May 2024. Jesus goes up to heaven. The ruler is Jupiter, and Jupiter is known as Zeus. And people always say that Jesus is actually Zeus. There's a big...
the sky god.
Yeah, there's a big thing about Jesus is actually Zeus. And Zeus is known as the king. He's known as the king. And such as Jesus is the King of Kings, the King of the Jews. So there's similarities there. So at the minister or priest marks the sign of the cross on worshippers' foreheads with ashes. And the ashes are made from the palms used in the Palm Sunday service. So Ramadan, I wanted to make a connection there. So Ramadan, and so its name is, so Turkish and Persian is Ramazan. Originally the hot month from Ramadan, be burnt, scorched, compare. Hot ashes. So Ramadan has its name meaning coming from hot ashes as well. So the ashes on the forehead plus Ramadan, kind of there's a significance, there's something there to do with ashes, like something being burnt. So there's a connection there between Easter and actually Ramadan, where Ramadan gets its name from. And also hot cross buns. So how does hot cross buns come into astrology? Well, you may ask.
Random.
So I looked up, very random, but why do we eat them? So hot cross buns are linked to Easter through Christianity, but in reality they have so it comes from Eostri, and it's a Germanic goddess of fertility, after which the season of Easter is said to be named. Easter was she was a voluptuous blonde maiden, always depicted surrounded by little birds, bunnies and other baby animals, etc. So the cross buns were baked for the spring festival to celebrate the goddess. The 4 quarters on the cross buns were said to represent the phases of the moon. So while the cross itself symbolized rebirth after winter, it's the 4 is for the different seasons of the moon.
That's interesting.
The different stages of the moon.
I thought you were going to say the elements, you know.
Okay.
That would have been interesting as well.
And there is part of that earth.
Okay.
By the elements as well. Yeah. That is part of it as well. So the bun marks the end of the Christian season of Lent, and the different parts of the hot cross buns. This is the Christian view of the hot cross bun have a certain meaning, including the cross representing the crucifixion of Jesus. The spices inside signify what was used to embalm him at his burial, and sometimes also orange peel to reflect the bitterness of his time on the cross.
That's kind of deep, you know.
There is, and they've so originally it would have looked at the stages of that's what it's meant, and then Christianity wanted everyone to follow their thing, so they just kept the bun and just changed it around meaning. And so
the bun really represents Jesus and his experience.
Well, that's what the Christians put on top of it. Yeah,
that's so crazy. Yeah. Okay,
it's got the cross.
All right, I'm gonna
buy. Then I think also the cross is the equinox as well. So I'm thinking, the equinox is where the sun crosses over. So the cross is probably related to that as well. It's all related somehow. And then also the 4 stages of the moon is 4, the number 4. So it's the number 4 is to signify what is solid, what could be touched and felt. Its relationship to the cross, the 4 points, made it an outstanding symbol of wholeness and versatility, a symbol which drew all to itself. So the realm of spiritual, the 4 holds great significance. It symbolises the 4 elements of air, fire, water and earth, and representing the importance of collaboration and unity in achieving our goals. So additionally, the number 4 embodies practical structure and hard work. So yeah,
that's my life path number, by the way. Like, can I just add, it's Jay-Z's and Beyonce's life path too.
Well, it shows where the hard work pays off.
Yeah. Hard work pays off, guys, especially.
And the 31st, the clocks go forward, so we get more daylight hours. I can't wait.
Same.
That's on Sunday.
Okay. This Sunday, yeah? Okay,
31st. Yeah, at 1 a.m, something like that.
Okay, yeah.
It goes forward. And then we have April Fool's Day. Do you have any pranks? 1st of April is April Fool's Day. You got any pranks?
Any pranks? No, I never prank, I'm too sensitive for that. But I
think it might go backwards because it's the retrograde.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Touch that one.
Oh, be mindful of your pranks then.
Yeah. We're in that shadow phase. I don't know what could happen.
Blow back in your face.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I'll give that one a miss this year. I normally do give it a miss. And the second retrograde, Mercury retrograde begins. Second and first, depending on where you are in the world. So, like I said before, initiation for change, reflection, reassign, relate to yourself and others, healing yourself during this transit. So, we there's a lot going on. What do you do when a retrograde? If it's like an Aries, it's an Aries.
Yeah, it's an Aries. Yeah.
Especially as Aries season has started and it's saying, go forth, do this, take action, and the retrograde's actually saying, well, actually, we're not doing it this year like that. I think think a little bit, a bit more before you head off.
I think definitely go back on your goals. I think go back on your goals and start asserting your energy towards initiating them. So for example, I'll give you an example. Upskill yourself. Say for example, you want to, you want to get a promotion. Yeah, this is a situation very close to my heart, but you want to get a promotion. You might use this time to upskill yourself in order to get there, so that when it's time for you, when there's an opportunity outside of the retrograde, you will have the skills that you need to get the job. So that's probably how I would use it, and actually that's how I'm actually using it. So I'm initiating the upskilling, but I'm not initiating the going through applications and interview processes because it's the retrograde and I'm not there yet. So yeah.
For sure, same here. I'm actually going to do this retrograde. I'm going to do mirror works. I'll let everyone know once I've done it. But
what's mirror works?
So it's Louise Hay created. It's called Mirror Works. It's a healing, self-healing inner child kind of workbook. and it's for 21 days, and the retrograde is 21 days. I thought that would fit very nicely, so I will let everyone know how that goes once the retrograde's over.
Sounds good.
The 7th of April, the moon enters Aries, so energy can be high at this time. This can easily grow out of control, so try to channel the energy as best as you can and keep busy. The 8th of April is the Aries solar eclipse.
It's a full moon.
Eclipse, woo.
No, it's a new moon. Yeah.
It's a new moon. This eclipse now is this one's going to be a big one, and obviously eclipse brings high energy, enthusiasm, excitement for new beginnings. Obviously with the eclipse you don't actually start something new, so it's with that new moon energy. Eclipses, you're not supposed to really start something.
It's more fated stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. So I think be careful there.
Yeah. Allow fate to take place with this one.
With Mercury also retrograde in Aries at the same time, this may be focused on second chances as opposed to something brand new. So think about what you'd like another shot at. So maybe it's going back on something that maybe didn't really come to fruition, or something that you might have thought, oh, I really wish I'd done that. This energy now may be a good time for that. And where can you see this? So I've got USA.
Have you?
Yeah,
okay.
And across North America. And I believe the eclipse happens directly above a small town called Makanda. So
where's
there's
that?
a big thing. It's in Illinois, in America.
Okay.
So the exact where the cross is for the equinox is over this town. This is the second time it's happened. It happened in 2017, and apparently this is unheard of. Like the eclipse happening at the same time. There's about 500 people in this town.
Tiny.
Very small town, and so they're completely booked out. They're booked out.
It's making money.
Yeah.
Good.
So from 2017, I think they were fully booked for this eclipse.
Are you serious?
You can see it directly. Yeah, like you're gonna full blown see it.
Wow.
Yeah. And
I'd love to know in the next 9 to 18 months, how this town is affected.
Right, and actually Makanda, because it sounds very much like Wakanda.
Yeah.
That it actually means little ones. It's African. Wakanda is an African word meaning little ones. I don't know how.
Wakanda or Makanda? It means little ones, and it's an African word.
Yeah.
Where from? Do you know?
South Africa.
Okay.
Also Mali, other places.
Okay.
But yeah, they say it's a South African word, but when I looked at it, there's other countries that
use it.
Yeah. So I don't know how that word got there, but it did. And people say it's kind of they have a park where apparently the giants have been seen. So it's kind of like this mysterious thing, like what's going to happen in this town, kind of thing. But I thought that was really interesting.
God,
I know from ages
yeah.
I would have liked to. You don't need to have somewhere to stay. You can actually just be in the park and just look. You don't need to sleep. You can just be out there or get there. So probably be more than 500 people there.
Yeah, squeezing the rest of the world into one little town.
Exactly. And and that's it. The 15th is the first quarter moon in Cancer. So with the first quarter moon in Cancer, you can make adjustments emotionally over the next week. You can also make tweaks and small changes with the foundation or something in your life or a plan. So that's up until the end of the Aries season.
Okay.
So did you have anything else you wanted to say about this rest of this Aries season? What's coming up?
Maybe the Uranus Jupiter conjunction.
Okay.
So that's gonna be kind of major. Let me see when. I think it happens on the 19th of April. Yeah, at 21 degrees. So Jupiter, the planet of expansion. He basically makes everything that he touches bigger, broader, wider. And then Uranus, the planet of radical change. And
so this happens on the 19th of
April.
April, yeah.
That's going to be kind of big because there's going to be some breakthroughs with this. I think some breakthroughs, probably some real shocking events that take place throughout the world in order to allow some new kind of revolutionary situations to take place. I think in the UK it's happening in the 8th house.
Okay.
Because it's in Taurus, and Taurus rules the eighth house for the UK, and so we very likely will experience, some very radical changes around finances, resources, emotional bonds, and so the way we utilize money and the way that money is managed, taxes and things like that, will be revolutionized in some way. It's 19th of April.
I hope it wins.
Does this sound familiar to you?
No, I'm just like, I'm already foreseeing what is coming.
Yeah.
To be told.
Yeah.
I'm already, in my imagination has just gone, and but I'm not going to express those words. So I'm thinking these people. Yeah.
I think in these, I think whatever's going on now that we see snippets of change, this is going to accelerate it. And so, yeah, it's definitely going to stir things up. And there's also going to be a chance, like I said, breakthroughs and empowerment, but also change that we probably don't want to see, but needs to happen in order to pave a new way of life. So Jupiter, Uranus, I think that's something to look out for. And the 19th is when they both peak in their conjunction.
And it absolutely trines my Venus at 21 degrees.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so I got it. It's going on in my 5th house. And it will trine my Venus at 21 degrees, exactly.
Okay.
So let's see.
Okay.
So it's in the UK's 8th house, yeah?
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking straight away,
Tax. Anything to do with money and death, pensions.
Pension age is probably going to go up.
Right.
I don't know, some nonsense.
Yeah. So it's interesting times, and also, it's the year of revelation. So loads of, I think with that Jupiter Uranus, the closer they get together, the more truth and information that's going to really shift our consciousness is going to take place. We're already seeing it with lots of stuff is coming out on social media and stuff.
I hope someone leaks like where our money's going, our taxes.
Yeah, that would be good too.
Yeah,
that's possible. That's possible.
Someone just leaks some information like, I didn't know my money was going there.
Right, and then before we know it, we've got riots and protests.
Yeah,
exactly, the people coming together. Yeah, and I think that's what we're seeing as well. Is collectively people are coming together to get things that are right for them, to get justice for justice or like fairness or whatever it is that we feel as a people is necessary in order to excel and progress. But yeah, that's it from me. That's it.
So yeah, that's it from the both of us. So thank you for listening. Please follow us on astrolove_pod on Instagram. Please like and follow our YouTube page, share, let people know what's going on with Astro Queen and Angel Love. Yeah, so thank you for listening.
Thank you.
I'm Angel Love.
And I'm Astro Queen.
Peace.
Peace.